Give us a do and don't list on some of the things. We could list all kinds of summertime activities where there is risk involved and where you need to know what to do, especially if you're the one that's injured. Start with some do's and give us some don'ts as well, generally speaking, if you would, Blake.
Well, a lot of time this time of year, you'll have people on the lake, but a lot of times you have people that are in a backyard swimming pool. And so I think one important thing is for people that own swimming pools to understand, I think we've talked about this a few weeks back, but make sure if you have a swimming pool that you have it enclosed. Make sure that you have a self-latching locking gate. Make sure that if there are gaps, usually you have some type of fencing with gaps, but the gaps are small. So that a child, a small kid could not get through there. Make sure if you have a fence that the fence does not start say 8-10 inches off the ground so that someone could get under it. You just want to make sure that you provide fencing and a situation to where a young child could not get into the pool. And if people are swimming, supervise.
All the time.
If you're on the lake, supervise. Supervision is huge. You hear just horrific, sad stories all the time about a child drowns in a pool. And a lot of times it's an issue of supervision. Of not adequate fencing or an adequate gate or door, and so those are small things. Just
because you've taught your children to swim, don't assume other children that are coming to play can swim like your kids can.
Exactly, and you know it can just kids can just be acting up, and one accidentally fall over into the pool. It can happen very quickly, and so be attentive.
You don't have to build a fortress around a pool or a playground set. Is it reasonable? Is that the word to use? A reasonable deterrent, maybe, for people?
Right. It is the standard in general with negligence cases is what a reasonably prudent person would do. So reasonable is exactly right. Now, when you start talking about protecting against children's injuries, the standard's a little higher there. Sure. And you know, a lot of situations you may not even know that a child has access to your property or could get onto your property, but you still are going to be held responsible to make sure it's protected in case they do.